Hello, I'm Nicola Blair, and I'm the founder of Act On It. Act On It is a web page whereby people were able to post their material, whether you're an artist, you're a director, film producer, writer, or an actual actress in her own right. You'll be able to post your talent online, which will be critiqued by the industry. Not only that, it will also be a place whereby you'll be able to network and also access resources. It will also be a hub where you'll be able to find new talent. The reasons for this webpage to be created was because as a British person in Canada, I found that the voice or the black narrative was quite limited to a very small scale. It hadn't really it isn't really playing a part in mainstream theatre, which is very different to that in the UK. Black film, black theatre is all part of mainstream and is now become and recognised as a significant contribution to the industry. Whereas in Canada, despite the multiculturalism, there is still a gap in the market. And that's the market that I hope to play a part in filling. As part of my research, I went online to a company called Black Narrative in Canada, and I found a whole host of individuals all contributing to education, activism, the film industry, that wasn't really recognised for their talent. So I identified Dawn Wilkinson, the award-winning film director and producer in Canada, and I went down and met with her, and as a result of that, I'll be working with her on a company after doing a SWOT analysis that disclosed that there was a need for her to have a more of a poignant place in the social media. She needs to have a whole social media campaign about who she is, what she does, both in film and in television. Not only that, she needs to produce her web series that she's been working on, as well as network with companies and organisations and individuals, both in Canada, in the US and in Britain, which I'll be able to help her with. I'll be hoping to link her up with Paulette Randall, the director who did the opening ceremony. She's a black female director that has also fought hard to be recognised and has broke through. She's helped many people like myself to become as a known stage manager in the UK. And very much similar to Dawn, she has persevered and worked very hard, and she's a brand within herself. Paulette Randall is a well-known film director and producer, and I'll be utilising those links that I have to help the likes of Dawn Wilkinson. We begin our work in May, and we'll be utilising the SWOT analysis to discover, to uncover, and to work towards creating a bigger profile for Dawn. This is what Dawn had to say when I went down to meet with her.
So my dad is from Barbados and he's black, and my mom is Jewish from Montreal. And when I was growing up, I mostly liked to watch TV. That was my favorite activity. That was like my number one thing to do. And I really never felt that I was seeing my own experience. There were a couple of glimmers, like Lisa Bonet on The Cosby Show. I was like, wait, that's very close. That's me, or what I'd like to be. But there wasn't a whole lot of that. And as I got into, university and started to do women's studies and started to learn more about the representation of women in the media and what it represents, I started to feel like, I wish I could be a part of that. I wish I could do something, So there are so many levels to what it would mean for things to change. Because, in the very simplest way, what's in TV and what's in movies would reflect the society we live in. The diversity of people, the diversity of perspectives would be equally represented on screen. That's the simplest description of it. So if young people see themselves reflected and see this as a potential career choice, then I think we would see the change in the work that's created and what's pitched. The interesting thing is that now we have really high quality, so you can have HD material online without any network or entity in between me and the viewer. So there's a lot of freedom in that. You can create a Vimeo account or a YouTube account, and you can put any work that you've created, and if you can get the audience to watch it, you can really be your own network. But I think that